Good morning, Year 11. How are you? So we'll just begin with a marking of your role play work from last night, the homework. So say what your age is. So tengo 14 años, tengo 15 años. Okay. Ask your friend, that should say your, of course, their age and their date of birth. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Y cuál es. So cuál es. Remember, cuál means which. Okay. ¿Cuál es la fecha? What is the date? Fecha de tu cumpleaños. Cumpleaños. That's that one, okay? So what is your birth date? Say you would like to have a dog in the future. So I would like, you all know, how do you say that? That's right, me gustaría. And what's wrong with this? Me gustaría tengo un perro en el futuro. What's wrong with that answer? That's right, it shouldn't be tengo because tengo is a conjugated verb. It's not an infinitive, okay? And you can't have two conjugated verbs in a row. So you can't have me gustaría, I would like, tengo, even though they're in different tenses. That's in which tense? That's right, that's the conditional and that's the present. Even though they're in different tenses, they don't work. It doesn't work like that. It has to be an infinitive. So there we go. Me gustaría tener un perro in the future. That's right, nice and easy. En el futuro. Good. Say it would be too expensive. Nice and easy. I always say to you girls to get the conditional. I would anything. I would learn. I would see. I would be. It would be. Anything with this would. W-U-L-D. Anytime you see that in a sentence, think of this one. Go back to me gustaría. Always. I would like. And think of the ending. And then simply go to an infinitive. In this case, it's the verb ser, to be. Okay. And then we put that ending on. Sería. It would be. So it would be too expensive. Sería. Now, you know that very is muy. That's right. And too much is, that's right, demasiado. Too much. Or too something. T-O-O. Okay. It would be too expensive. Oh, that's right, easy enough. Caro. Muy bien. Good. So, and then finally, ask your friend if they got on well with his or her parents. Now, think back on your oral questions. Just go back here. And there you are. Te llevas bien con tus padres. It's one of your oral questions, okay? Remember, me llevo bien, which you see there is the answer. I get on well with. So if you answered it like that, that would be 2 points each, girls. That's 10 points. That would be great, okay? And that's what you want on the day of the exam next year, to make sure that you are as accurate as possible in your answers there. Okay, so on we go. Grammar and translation. So we're in the grey book, and we're starting off with possessive adjectives on page 17. And the first thing I would say to you girls, as I've mentioned before, make sure you get the grammar point down. So mi, tu, su, nuestro, vuestro, su. Okay, is the last one, which isn't there, which is there. Isn't that right? So, I hope that's okay. Just the light changed on it a little bit. So, these adjectives are used to show ownership. My, your, his and her, our, your, and their. Mi amigo, for example. Tu hermana, your sister. Tu cumpleaños. It says they agree with the noun that comes after them. So in those cases, they're three singular things. If they were plural, that would be mis amigos, isn't that right? Tus hermanas, your sisters, and sus cumpleaños, without any more s's or anything. But that just means their birthdays, or his birthdays, if you're counting them all up, all the birthdays he's had over his life or something. They agree in number and in gender when it comes to these ones here, girls. So nuestro, for example, nuestro libro, but nuestra maleta, our suitcase. Nuestros libros are books. Nuestras maletas are suitcases. Vuestras llaves, your keys. Okay. But vuestros bolis, your pens. And the one that they've left out there, girls, su, same as this one. It's here just at the end. I would have put it at the end just so you could see that it was there. Su is also the word for their. You can see it there, their birthday. Su cumpleaños. Now, your answers to these then, girls. Mi libro, tu bolígrafo, su amigo, nuestra maleta, vuestro cuaderno, your exercise book, su televisión, their television. And then the translations of these, the plurals of these. Sus amigos, nuestros perros, vuestros cuadernos, sus televisiones. Remember, vuestros would be like that, except that would be an O there, isn't that right? Vuestros cuadernos, sus televisiones. Okay, complete the gaps with the correct Spanish possessive adjective. So, mi marido ve la televisión. My husband watches television, and I'm just doing this one here, translation of 1C. Vas a salir con tu padre. We know it's tu because it's vas. It's the second part of the verb. So are you going to go out with your father? Es su cumpleaños mañana. It is his birthday tomorrow. Me encanta vuestra casa. I like your house, but it's plural, see? It's not tu casa. Tenemos que hacer nuestras maletas. Aquí está tu bolso. So this is, we have to pack our bags. And here is your bag. Está tu bolso. Then the last one. Choose the correct version of the possessive adjective. Remember, it needs to agree with the noun that it is describing. Okay, so quiero el mío. I want mine. We know it's el mío because of the el. Puedo llevar una camisa? Now, this agrees here, doesn't it? Tuya. So, can I take one of your shirts? Then, by the way, I should really go through these possessive pronouns. So, and the long forms. So, the long form of a possessive adjective is used after the noun. And basically they mean, girls, it's mine, or one of yours, one of mine, one of his, one of your shirts, one of your books, one of your pens, whatever. So you can also use it for mine, his, her. So for example, el horario es nuestro. The timetable is ours. El libro es mío. Okay. Las canciones son suyas. The songs, las canciones, are theirs. Okay, or are his, or are hers. Suyas. Only these forms are different. Mío, mine, tuyo, yours, and theirs. So if you need to just get a wee note of that grammatically speaking, girls, or in your grammar book, I should say, you can write down mío, mía, and then of course you can put it into the plural form, míos, mías, tuyo, that means mine, tuyo, tuya, or tuyos, tuyas, yours, su, suyo, suya, his, hers, and then we've got nuestro. We're going to leave it, we're going to put it there because That's the long form of it. Even though it's the same as the possessive adjective, the original. Ours, vuestro, vuestra, yours, plural, isn't it? Okay. And then finally, suyo, suya, theirs. Now I'm just giving it to you in that form, girls, because I know you're used to writing them in the 6 parts. Okay, so just make sure you have that down. Just pause that if you need to. Okay, now possessive pronouns are the same as the long form of the possessive adjectives, but take the definite article. For example, ¿Dónde está la tuya? Where is yours? So you put the definite article, that's the word for the. Okay, el, la, los, or las in front of the long form. So for example, ¿Dónde está la tuya? Where is yours? Now if it's the book, it's not going to be la tuya, it's going to be ¿Dónde está el tuyo? So this agrees with the noun it's replacing, okay? So where is yours if it's your book? ¿Dónde está tu libro? ¿Dónde está el tuyo? Or where are your books? ¿Dónde están los tuyos? Yours, okay? Anyway, back to this. Estos libros son suyos. He oído 3 canciones suyas. Remember, any ION word is feminine. Suyas, except for avión. Una hermana vuestra viene a la fiesta. One of your sisters is coming to the party. Okay. The next one you had to do then, girls, was page 9, reflexive verbs. We'll just go through that quickly as well. So again, make sure you have, I know you've taken a note of reflexive verbs with me before, girls, but if it is something that you just need to learn again or revise again, why not just write the point out again? A lot of the times, girls, when I'm learning German or when I'm learning Portuguese or other languages that I try to take up, I'll rewrite points that I've written many times before. Luckily, you have young brains, so you can soak things in quickly. I am getting older and it's harder for me to remember, so I have to write things down again. So don't be afraid to do so. Nobody's going to mark it and say, why did you do that twice? In languages, that's a very, very good skill to have, just to write things down second, third, how many times you want, doesn't matter if it helps you learn. So reflexive pronouns, reflexive verbs, reflexive infinitives end in se. As you know, a verb is reflexive when the subject and the object are the same. I wash myself. Okay, so the lavo there tells you that's the I part of the verb, isn't that right? O asa amos aisan, that's o. And then the me is myself. Now you know this from before, but to conjugate reflexive verbs, you move the se to before the verb and then change it to the different reflexive pronouns depending on the person. So you have me, te, se, myself, yourself, himself, herself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Okay? Me, te, se, nos, se. You need to remember to conjugate the verb according to whether it is AR, like lavar. So me lavo, te lavas, se lava, nos lavamos, os lavais, se lavan. Or an ER verb or an IR verb, and you know that, just to use the correct set of endings. So, me levanto a las 8, mi hermano se ducha, nosotros nos despertamos, mis amigos se llaman, ¿cómo te sientes? Cuando te acuestas? You know it's te because of the ending. Remember, as, that's the yourself part. So, me lavo la cara, Ana se peina, vosotros os maquilláis. That one there, good. Second last one. And mi novio siempre se olvida. That wasn't too bad. This one here, girls, then hola, me llamo Jorge. So me llamo Jorge. I am called. That's reflexive. Normally, me despierto. I wake up, That's reflexive at 7. I get up, me levanto, and I go downstairs. Voy abajo. to prepare the breakfast. Suelo comer, there's that lovely form, girls. I usually eat. Make sure you're using that structure a lot with an infinitive. Cereales. Y siempre bebo un café. And I always drink coffee. Then I go to the bathroom, donde me ducho, where I shower, and that's reflexive, isn't it? No, none before that in that sentence. Me lavo, I wash my teeth. Literally, I wash my teeth. I brush my teeth. And then después, afterwards, I get dressed. I comb my hair. Me peino, so that's underlined. Salgo de casa, I leave the house to go to work. Para ir, in order to. That para is in order to, as you know, to go to work. Al trabajo. So to work, to the job. Okay, al trabajo. That's why it's al. A plus what? That's right, a plus el gives you al. Vuelvo a casa, I return home around 6. That's nice. Sobre las 6. About 6. You could also say a eso de. 3 words. A eso de. Ceno y veo. I eat supper and I watch TV and I go to the gym. In general, I go to bed. Me acuesto, that has to be underlined. Around 10 o'clock. After reading. Después de leer. Lovely structure. After takes de after it. Después de and an infinitive. So how would you say after studying? Después de estudiar. How would you say after watching? Después de ver. Very good. And how would you say after going out? Después de salir. Very good. How would you say after getting up? That's right. Después de levantarme. Okay, so actually what you do there is use the infinitive, but just stick the appropriate reflexive pronoun on the end of it. So how would you say, for example, after going to bed, but you're talking about us? Después de acostarnos. That's right. Very good. So on we go. Rewrite the paragraph from 2, changing the text to describe what Jorge and Nerea do. So this is a we one. Okay, so nos llamamos, nos despertamos, nos levantamos, vamos abajo para preparar el desayuno, solemos comer, bebemos un café, vamos al cuarto de baño donde nos duchamos y nos lavamos los dientes, nos vestimos, vestimos, nos peinamos, salimos de casa para ir al trabajo, volvemos, volvemos, cenamos, vemos, vemos, vamos al gimnasio, nos acostamos. And that's it. Después, that's what. Done. So that's the same paragraph just with those verbs as I've called out. Complete the gaps with the correct form of the verb given. Vosotros os alojáis. Yo me bronceo. Samuel se casa. Los chicos se aprovechan. Jaime no se atreve. Elena se queja. Good. And the meanings of these, girls, then. So you've got alojarse is to stay in a place, okay? To stay in a hotel. Second one, broncearse, 2, it's tomar el sol, girls, the equivalent of that. What's tomar el sol? To sunbathe. Casarse, to get married. Aprovecharse means to take the good out of something, to take the good of, to benefit from. The sales in this case, okay? Atreverse, is to dare to. And quejarse, to complain. So then you did ser and a star. So remember ser and a star, again, get that point down, girls. Very important verbs. Ser is used for permanent things that are things like descriptions of people and places, professions, facts that cannot change, personality, times and dates and numbers. But a star is used for position and location and anything that changes. And you definitely have this down from before, girls. So, mi casa está en el noroeste. So, the verb that we circle is here, then estoy, then es. I am very annoyed. Sorry, I should translate these. My house is in the northwest of England. I am very annoyed. What time is it? So estamos muy aburridos. We are very bored. Now, somos muy aburridos means we are very boring. But estamos muy aburridos means we are very bored, because that's a temporary state. Los monumentos son interesantes. The monuments are, so circle son, interesting. Mi madre es profesora. My mum is, circle that. The reason why they're used, the first one here is for location, that's E. Estoy muy enfadado is conditions, feelings, okay? I am very annoyed, that's F. ¿Qué hora es? That is time, which is D. Estamos muy aburridos, that's F. Los monumentos son interesantes, that's, I think, B. And then mi madre es profesora is A. Okay, right, soy or estoy. Soy interesante. Estoy enfadada. Soy alto. Estoy en mi dormitorio. Estoy muy contento. Soy cocinero. Soy número uno. Soy inteligente. And then, right, you can do that there, girls. That was interesante, was personality and character, C. Enfadada, F. Alto, C. En mi dormitorio, E. Muy contento, C. Cocinero, A. Número uno, B. Inteligente, C. Actually, C could go with both those. And then match the Spanish sentences to the English. Soy muy listo, I am very clever, D. Estoy listo, I am ready, F. See the difference? Soy muy listo, I am clever. It's a fact. Just telling you now, girls. And then, well, I'm not really. And then estoy listo, I am ready. And I'm not that either. But there you go. La camisa es verde. The shirt is green. The banana is green. Okay, the difference being that the shirt is permanently green, was the banana hopefully will turn a bit more yellow so that you could eat it. And es una persona abierta. He or she is an open person. Okay, but la ventana está abierta. The window is open. You can think of a window moves, so it is temporarily open. Page 30 was the next one. The imperfect tense. What were your endings for that? Let's say them together. Abba, abba, saba, abamos, abai, saban. Okay, remember thinking of ABBA on the stage, 1974, singing Waterloo, and then you thought of Ian, and you had to pick a famous Ian of some sort that you could remember that. But ia, sia, iamos, sian. Okay, and you remember that we did the conditional, but they're the same endings as the conditional for the ER and IR verbs in the imperfect, except that you take off the ER and IR in the imperfect tense and you just add these endings like comía, comías, comía, I used to eat, you used to eat, etc. Or cantaba, I used to sing, cantar, then cantaba, cantabas, you used to sing. So circle the verb in the imperfect tense. So era, jugaba, vivía, hacía, nadaba, estaba, solía, iba, cantaba, caminaban. So when I was younger, I used to play rugby at the weekends. My mum used to live in London 20 years ago. It was very sunny during the day. I swam in the swimming pool every day. I was talking to Josefina when the telephone rang. That's in the preterite, of course. It was over and done with. It rang. And I used to eat. Do you remember I usually eat? There's the past form of it. Okay, I used to eat popcorn, palomitas, when I went to the cinema, when I used to go to the cinema. My sister used to sing in the choir, and the young people used to walk to school every day, caminar, to walk. And you were also asked then to put in A, B, or C. So something that used to happen, that's B. My mum used to live, so that was A. Hacía mucho sol durante el día. That's definitely A. Nadaba describes something that was happening in the past. No, it's B. Okay. Estaba hablando con Josefina. That's B. No, sorry, that's C. Yo solía comer palomitas. I used to eat popcorn, something that happened in the past. B. Solía comer. Mi hermana cantaba en el coro. She used to do, that's B. And los jóvenes caminaban en el colegio. Again, that's B. Something that happened every day. So, irregular verbs. Remember, girls, there's only 3 of them. And all you have to remember is era, veía, and iba. Era, it was, I used to see. Iba, I used to go. Anyway, so Juan tocaba, T-O-C-A-B-A. Cuando yo era niña, vivía, I used to live, V-I-V-I-A. Accent on the I. Vosotros veíamos la televisión. We used to watch the TV. Sorry, you used to watch the television. Ellos jugaban. Pedro iba. Durante las vacaciones llovía. Hacía buen tiempo. And llevaba. Okay, so that was that one. And then the next one you had to do, this is going to take up quite a bit of time here, but adjectives in different ways was page 14. So we'll take a look at that now. So apocopation, girls, just means, remember, poco, little. So apocopation, shortening, okay, of adjectives. For example, bueno to buen, malo to mal, primero to primer, tercero to tercer, grande, gran. And the other thing to say about them, girls, that these ones here can be placed before the noun, okay? So buen chico, mal tiempo, bad weather, primer día, first day, el primer día, gran trabajo, great work, okay? So, hay una cantidad de personas en la catedral. The adjective says gran. Primera, tercer, buena, mal, tercera, gran. Okay, so the answers were: there are a large quantity of people in the cathedral. The Prime Minister of England lives in the centre of London. My first pet was a rabbit. My granny lives in a flat on the 3rd floor. I would say that she is a good friend. Yesterday there was bad weather. It is my first visit to Mexico, and there is not a great difference between my car and your car. So choose the correct apocopated adjective from the grammar box to translate the following sentences. So el primer libro, el buen chico, el mal amigo, el buen actor, or el gran actor, and el tercer trabajo. So lo, girls, can be used with an adjective to mean something like the interesting thing, the good thing, the bad thing. So it's the adjective plus the word thing. So the good thing is that, the bad thing is that, the positive thing is that. For example, lo esencial would mean the essential thing. Lo positivo would mean the positive thing. And you notice it's used with the masculine form of the adjective in the singular. Lo importante, lo malo, lo fácil. And they give you a couple of examples. Just make sure you get those down. The bad thing is that she doesn't speak Spanish. Lo malo es que no habla español. So lo malo, the bad thing. And then you've just got es que, is that. So here we go. Lo esencial es tener agua limpia para la comunidad. The essential thing is to have, es tener, is to have. See the way it is two words in English? Clean water for the community. The worst thing, lo peor, the worst thing about my town is that there is too much traffic. Remember, too much or too in English. Lo bueno de mi colegio son los profesores. The good thing about my school are the teachers. The best thing was the final dance. Lo mejor de todo fue el baile final. And lo importante, the important thing is to have, in this case, girls, it's really to lead, but we would say to have a balanced diet, okay? And the very last task you did was pages 58 to 65. And I'll let you chip away at those, girls. I'm going to run out of space. And what I'll do is then tomorrow I'll go through these here with you again, just the marking of that. So what I'd like you to do then tonight, girls, is actually a bit of translation work. And I want you to go to the following. You're going to actually have to put this on your screen and pause it, okay? Now, you're going to translate part of this. I'm going to do some of it with you now, and you're going to do the rest. Okay? So, mi amor, my love. I'm going to do the first paragraph. Te echo mucho de menos. Now, echar de menos. If you are stuck with a word, girls, I've said this to you before. The key thing to do is to go to this website here called wordreference.com. And I've opened this up because this is a verb. It's hard for you to see that. It will focus, hopefully. But this is a verb, girls, that has many, many, many meanings. Echar, okay, as you can see. And it gives you then figurative forms of it, compound forms of it, where you have, the verb with other words, figurative things, colloquial phrases, loads and loads of them. And a little bit down that list, it's hard for you to see it. It's just because I think it's another screen, girls.